And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Ryan Metzler.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan Metzler here again, and today, instead of taking a look at a game, we're actually going to look at a couple of gaming accessories. In particular, we're going to look at some gaming accessories from Wyrmwood Gaming, which is a hardwood gaming accessory manufacturer. They had a Kickstarter a while ago. It's over now, and they're actually in production, and they've actually got their stuff out to their backers, and are selling it at conventions now. I picked these up at PAX, and these are maple gaming accessories. We have a deck box with a leather strap holding it shut, and we have a dice tray here, as well as a couple of dice that they gave me from their company to show off. So we have maple dice tray and maple deck box. Real quick, why don't we take a look at them? I'll show you how sturdy they are, and we'll come back here at the end and I'll give you my final opinions on their products. So here we have a couple of products from Wyrmwood Games. Now they make and specialize in hardwood accessories for games in themselves. So what we're looking at here is a deck box, which can be used for any of your CCGs or any card game you want to use it for. And we have a die tray. We'll come back to the die tray right now. We're going to go ahead and look at this deck box. So this is one of their maple deck boxes. It's towards the lower end of their line. They have some that are below this and some that are, you know, far, far above it with nice dark woods that are inlaid with other woods and designs and stuff like that. But these boxes themselves are incredibly sturdy and they're fit to hold different sizes of decks. This one here is a 60 card deck with a 15 card sideboard, so it's going to be perfect for your standard Magic players. They make a 40 card deck one, which will hold basically a draft deck. They make a 60 card no sideboard deck, and they also make a 100 card deck box for those EDH or Commander players out there. Now each of these is sealed with this leather band that you can see here that's held on by button snaps. And these pop off, and you can either open them this way or you can pop it all the way off and kind of set this aside. Now you can see inside here I have my deck, and I can slide it out pretty easily. The cards don't stick in there, which is nice. And the inside is all nice and finished, so there's no rough edges that are going to hurt your deck box or anything, or hurt your deck or anything like that. And you can see the button snaps are also on the inside. So once we have this out, you obviously see I have a 15 card sideboard and I have my 60 card deck, so that is 75 cards that go inside there. These are very well put together, and I'm going to actually exhibit that for you here in a second so you can see exactly how strong these are. So I wanted to illustrate my point about how durable these deck boxes are, because this was demonstrated to me and I was a little worried about it when I saw it myself. This deck box is the same one that I was showing you before, and it does have my Magic deck in it, which has some value. So I don't want to really damage it, but I do want to show you what's going on here. Essentially, I'm going to put this on the floor here and I'm going to stand on it. So if we can clearly see that I've got it on the floor here, and basically what was shown to me is that I weigh 200 and some pounds. I'm going to not support myself on anything here, but you can put this on the ground, stand on it, and just put all of your weight on it, and it doesn't really break it at all. So it's very durable. I can even kind of up and down a little bit trying to squish it, but you're not going to hurt your deck here. So if you have a highly valuable deck, these are a great way to protect those. But now you can see 220 pounds or so, not going to break this, even with direct pressure on top of it. In addition to that deck box, which is very strong, we have a dice tray that is also made out of the same wood. We have a maple dice tray here. And this is kind of separated into two areas. Now, one I'm not utilizing. This area here is for a dice vault that holds a set of polyhedron dice. You can get them in any type of wood that you'd like. They're magnetically sealed, and they'll hold a whole set of polyhedron dice, so a D4, a D6, a D8, a D12, on and up. They'll hold all those dice in their own little thing, and they can actually sell sets of dice with them. They're very nice, and they just pop right into here and sit right here inside of the dice tray so that you can transport it appropriately. Now you can also see that it has this larger area, which of course is for rolling the dice. So I actually have a set of dice from the Wyrmwood Gaming people that they were kind enough to give me to use with this, but you just roll the dice in here, it'll hold them real nicely. It gives you that nice satisfying feel and contains all of the dice. You can see this one's a little worn, it's seen some use, but overall they hold up very well. The wood is nice and solid, and all in all a useful gaming accessory for people who roll a lot of dice. Well, there you have it. Those are the maple accessories from Wyrmwood Gaming. As I said, these come in a variety of woods. I can't list them all, but they range from probably about $40 at the minimum for a deck box. Something like this. This one I think is actually $50 or maybe even a little bit more, $60, I don't know. But they're extremely sturdy, and I don't know a lot of you probably play Magic and you know that your decks are really expensive, and finding a deck box that's going to stand up to the type of pressure that I showed you, especially if you have an expensive deck, is hard to do. Not many decks will allow you to stand on top of them and have no damage to your cards, no damage to the box or anything like that. So if you have an expensive deck, this is a great investment, especially at the lower end prices where you're only spending, you know, 40 bucks in order to get a deck that will, or a box that will protect your deck that well. Something you may want to invest in. The dice trays, in addition, are very well put together. They've got a nice satisfying clunk when you roll your dice, and they keep them all in place, so that's really all you can hope for when it comes to a dice tray. It does fit their little dice holders very well, and the dice holders themselves are very nice. I'm not one who rolls a lot of dice or who has a lot of dice that they need to carry around, but if you're an RPGer and you want to have one of those little dice sets that goes inside of the dice tray, I think it would work out very well for you. So overall, I think their products are very well made. I'm very happy to have one of these deck boxes. I think that it's going to serve me well over time. The dice tray is nice. I didn't have a dice tray, so now I have a place to roll those. And I think that if you're interested in high quality, durable, and well-made dice or gaming accessories, you should definitely check out their site, Wyrmwood Gaming. They have a lot of different stuff available, and I think it's, you know, a good investment if you have the money to spend on it.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.